Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Pedro Bascur y estamos en un nuevo episodio de Más allá de la frontera, nuestro podcast. En este caso, nos acompaña la profesora Solar Wang. Ella es profesora de chino que trabaja en el Instituto Confucio y además imparte clases en la Universidad de la Frontera aquí en la CODI. El día de hoy hablaremos sobre la importancia de hablar idiomas, tanto para el nivel profesional como también en el extranjero. Cabe mencionar de que esta entrevista será en inglés, así que vamos con la presentación de Solar.
Hola a todos. My name is Solar Wang. I'm a Chinese teacher at the Confucius Institute. For those people who don't know Confucius Institute, we are a Chinese culture and language exchange center. So we have a Chinese class, Chinese cultural activities that happen all the year. And we also have the Chinese language exam center. And we have a small library that we offer students many Chinese books in Spanish and English. So if you want to know more, and if you are interested in learning Chinese language and the Chinese culture, please come to visit us anytime you want.
Great. Thank you very much, Solar. It's a pleasure having you here. So we're going to start with the questions. The first one says, why did you decide to learn English? Are Chinese people interested in learning English?
Mm-hmm. At the beginning, it's interesting because at the primary school we have English class in primary school. Start from primary school, so we have to study English. But later, it's because of work. So I need to work with foreigners. So I have to learn English and speak fluently to communicate with foreigners. Later, I need to go to overseas study. So I spent 1 year in England. That's why I start to feel that I'm getting more and more interested in learning different languages, not only English but also like Spanish.
Oh, I see. Interesting. So,
and for the second question you asked me, like I said before, so in primary school we have a Chinese class for everybody. But because English and Chinese are totally different language system, so for most of Chinese, it's quite difficult for us to learn this language.
okay, that's right. So, what's the best way to learn a foreign language?
Okay, so from my experience, I think learning a foreign language, for example, learning English, every language there's 5 abilities you need to improve, including listening, speaking, reading, writing, and also translating. So if you want to improve all of this ability, you have to do all of these things more. For example, you need to listen more, reading more, and speak more, and write more, and also try to compare the English with your own language. Compare it and translate the language. Then I think it will help you to study the language easier.
Great. So, in your case, what has been your most surprising experience while traveling?
Okay, so because after I know several languages, English, Spanish, I found that I'm really interested in to learn more different culture and to make different friends from different country. So I have been to England, Thailand, and now I'm in Chile. So I found before I read a lot of different cultures and knowledges on the book. But when you are really in that country, then you can compare if the knowledge on the book is the same that you experience in that country. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's totally different. So, and on the other hand, you can also make a lot of friends from different culture. It will really expand your brain. I think this will help you to improve yourself as a whole.
Okay, yeah. I understand. In terms of the skills and vocabulary specifically, what methods do you use to remember vocabulary better?
Okay. Actually, I never remember any word, like memorize the word. I just, in my experience, I think when you use the words more, the words will stuck in your head. You will never forget it. Because you use it every day. It's like if you learn English, the first word you say hello, right? Every day you say to people hello, hello, hello. So you say it 1,000 times. So you don't. When you say this word, you don't need to remember. Oh, how do I say hello? You can naturally speak this word. So if you use this word all the time, you don't need to remember it.
Yeah, that's right. Tell me, what have been the biggest challenges that you have faced in learning English and Spanish?
Okay. There's a lot of difficulties for me to learn English and Spanish. For example, if I learn English, because like I said before, English and Chinese have totally different language system. I have a lot of trouble on English grammar. Even now, you can tell while I speak English, sometimes I make very tiny grammar mistakes. So I cannot speak very long sentences in a very correct grammar. And also, when I learn Spanish, I found that Spanish you always change some words. For example, you have feminine words, also male words. We don't have that. We don't have tense. In Chinese, we don't have tense. We don't have the gender for the words. We don't change the verb. We don't change the word. So I think in Chinese, if you learn Chinese, you will find that Chinese grammar is very easy compared to English and Spanish.
Okay. Yeah, nice. In your opinion, what's the role of languages in today's world? For example, learning English, Spanish, Chinese. What's the role on today's world?
I think this is a really big question. Okay, so of course, English is still a very predominant language nowadays, because if you want to study overseas and if you want to read more high-level documents or papers, the papers and the knowledge are written in English, right? If you know English, you can read this news and this document in this paper. You can learn, you can study overseas. But if you cannot speak English very well, you will stuck in a very small world with your own language, right? But in the future, I think Chinese will also be a very important language for most of the young people. So I suggest young people can start to learn Chinese, and I promise you, if you try to start Chinese, the Chinese language is very interesting language, and the culture is a very deep culture, because we have 5,000 years of history. So you will know a completely different culture than your own. So welcome to learn Chinese with me.
Yeah, nice invitation. The next one. To what extent can learning a language in a foreign country contribute to an individual's personal and professional development?
All right. So in my experience, because I always work with foreigners and foreign company. So I think if you learn another language, you will expand your own
Brain.
your brain and your vision. So and you can read more books in different languages, and obviously, if you read more books and you go to see more countries, you will definitely know more things and see more things than your peers. Okay, so of course, if you want to work in an international company and to know more greater people, you need to learn English, Chinese to communicate with them. No matter communicate in writing or communicate in speaking, you have to learn their culture, because the foreigners will appreciate that you try to learn their culture and speak their language, no matter how much you can learn.
Nice. So that's a nice one. So this is the last question, Salat, and it says, what recommendations would you give to someone who is thinking of learning language in a foreign country?
All right. So I think if you okay. So for example, I've been in England to study my master degree for 1 year. I know that if I want to speak English fluently, if I want to make friends, make local friends, if I want to improve myself, open myself to the world, I need to make a friend, local friend. I need to attend as many activities as I can to really know deep about the foreign country and the culture and the language. So I did this. Then I think I'm really satisfied with what I did for the year I studied in England. So I suggest that for example, if you want to study Chinese in China, I suggest you to go out and make friends with Chinese people, to attend as many activities, local activities as you can. And because Chinese we are really welcome foreigners, and we are really like to help foreigners to learn our language and to know more about our culture. We appreciate that. Please don't be shy in front of the foreigners because actually as Chinese people or foreigners, we like to help each other. Especially if you come from another country, we know you have difficulties in our country. Of course, we like to help you guys to achieve your goal. So as a Chinese language teacher, I always try my best to help my students to achieve their language goal in my class. So please, everybody, if you guys are interested in Chinese and interested in our culture, please come to our Confucio Institute. I will try my best to help you guys to know more about us. And we have a lot of scholarships. If you learn Chinese very well and you can pass our basic language exam and apply our scholarship, then you can study in China with the scholarship and maybe working there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, nice. So that's good. So Solar, well, we really appreciate your participation. So thank you very much. So how did it feel?
I feel at the beginning a little bit nervous, but I think I explained everything that I want to say. So thank you so much for you guys, and maybe.
Yes, I mean, and obviously, I mean, yeah, probably you can have some like words for our listeners, who are listening to this podcast. If you got like an invitation for your classes, you can just invite them.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to say it in Chinese.
Really? Okay.
大家好，我叫王震，我是汉语老师，欢迎你们随时来我们孔子学院了解更多的信息。Okay. Hello, everyone. So I'm a Chinese teacher. If you are interested in us, please come to visit us anytime you want to know more about us. And I think you will tell our audience about our address and our Instagram.
Great, nice. Yes, of course. So I've got more information for you guys, so thank you very much. Muchas gracias por esta entrevista Solar. Así que acabamos de escuchar, como ustedes decían, la invitación que nos hizo Solar Wang, tanto para conocer su cultura, para conocer lo que más en este caso era de China. Así que para esto pueden dirigirse al Instituto Confucio, que está ubicado en la ciudad de Temuco, ¿cierto? En la calle Prat, 332, oficina 802. Y también nos pueden seguir a través de las redes sociales, sobre todo en Instagram, como Confucio-Ufro. Para los que nos están escuchando también, les agradeceríamos un montón que nos pudiesen dejar algunas preguntitas, como por ejemplo, si les gustaría algún invitado, alguna invitada a este podcast, así como también, ¿qué gustarían ustedes saber de algún invitado? ¿Qué les gustaría más preguntar? So, for example, Solar, what do you think that we can ask to the other people who comes here to have the podcast? What kind of questions?
Like what? Oh, can I say one more words about the last question?
Okay.
Okay. So you can tell I'm speaking English in the podcast, right? But I know some Espanol, like hola a todos, like simple Espanol. But in my class, all the class were delivered in Espanol and Chinese. Okay, so because because the materials and the PowerPoint is translated in Espanol, and I also have a assistant teacher to help me to translate my English explanation to Espanol where it's necessary. So everybody, please don't worry that you will you cannot understand my English but it's okay. I have a assistant to translate my words. So welcome everybody.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Así que para todos, la invitación ya está hecha. Si quieren hacer más preguntas, como les comentábamos previamente, lo pueden dejar aquí con nosotros. Y estén atentos, porque ya venimos con más sorpresas, con más invitados. Así que eso, muchas gracias por escucharnos y nos vemos en un próximo episodio de Más allá de la frontera. Muchas gracias. See you.